Welcome everyone to DSM Smiles. My name is Seth Johnson and I will be your host for this series. We are very excited to be launching this new program. Many of you may be wondering, Seth, what incarnation is DSM Smiles? And that's a great question. DSM Smiles is just going to be a bi-weekly video series full of video clips from the community, sharing stories from Dallas to New York and everywhere in between. We're sharing just positive messages, stories of triumph, good news, hope, anything and everything, really. There'll be cooking segments, there'll be dog videos, there's anything really you can imagine. We're going to cover in DSM Smiles. But the most important thing is to share a little bit of light in your lives, especially during this kind of weird time that everyone is in right now. We want to make sure that DSM is a beacon of hope and that we are sharing the spirit of Broadway with you. So I want to get started with this first segment that we are going to do. So a couple of months ago, back when Dear Evan Hansen was in town, we had a little initiative called Chain of Hope. And what that was people would submit messages from just like hopeful messages, cheerful things, thoughts, anything they wanted to submit. And they would send them to us digitally and we would write them down on slips of paper. And we created this giant paper chain that spelled out "You will be found" at the end. And I kind of kept some of those links and I didn't know what I was going to keep them for. But it turned out that this is the perfect opportunity to share those messages of hope with you. So each week I'm going to have a little segment of the chain until we're all done. I think I have like about 10 segments, and I'm going to read them out to you all so we can just see what kind of hope we have in our community. Here's our first chain. These all come from a middle school in DISD. Super happy to share these messages from you. Remember, these are middle school students writing these things. So the first one: you are beautiful no matter what they say. That's nice. Don't let others judge you. Very important. Always follow your dreams and believe in yourself. This is awesome. Really good messages, guys. Trek 5 is coming out, and so will you. I love that. That is wonderful. There is hope. Hey, it's all right to cry. You know what? It is. You got to let those emotions out somehow. And crying is healthy. Everything will be okay. Just stay calm and be patient. You will get help. It's a very good message for everybody to hear. Hey, Crystal. Oh, it's custom. You'll have bad days like I had today. And I think I've made some people disappointed. Sorry, these are a little difficult to read. I think I made some people disappointed and I cried, but that's all right because you're gonna have bad days, but keep going and it's all right to cry too. Well, Crystal, I hope your days did get better since then. Sorry that you had a bad day and that you may have hurt some people's feelings, but you know what? We all go through that sometimes. And I think it's really important, like you said, that it is all right to cry and you have to keep going because there's always going to be a better day out there. Everything will be okay. Just stay calm and be patient. Oh, I read that one already. This way. My bad, guys. Oh, we're almost done with the chain. 2 more links. Okay. I hope you feel better. I hope you feel better too. And this is upside down. Respect people. Short, sweet, to the point. Respect people. So that's our first chain for our very first episode of DSM Smiles. We have a lot of really great segments coming up right now. Welcome everyone to DSM Smiles. Today we have a cooking segment that we're going to go over with y'all. We're going to make some vegetarian stew. Now it's a very simple recipe. You got to chop up a lot of vegetables here, but once you got that all going, it's pretty much put it in the pot, let it sit for a little bit, and then it's ready to go for dinner. So I'm going to show you the vegetables right here. Now, these are what we will be using. We have some beautiful onions. I like to use yellow and purple onions. I just like the different colors. We have some washed celery ready to go. Some beautiful carrots, tricolor ones. Just for aesthetic purposes, if you want to use baby carrots, that's totally fine too. And then I have a combination of sweet potato and regular russet potatoes. Some beautiful parsley. I had to look at what that was for a second. Some beautiful parsley. Garlic, an assortment of herbs, some peas, garbanzo beans, and then we will be using fresh rosemary too. So I'm going to go ahead and wash up and start chopping. You'll see all the chopped vegetables, right? Yeah. And here we go. Here are our beautiful chopped veggies. I have a couple more in a little bowl off to the side, but these are the main vegetables that you will be using in this veggie stew. All right, next, when you have all of your vegetables cut, you're gonna put a tablespoon of water in a big stock pot. Put it on medium to high heat, and once you start seeing it like sputtering, you're gonna add your aromatic vegetables. That's your onions, your carrots, and your celery. Watch. Look at all of these beautiful aromatic vegetables cooking on down. Now you're gonna keep them over medium-high heat for about 8 minutes. Stir it a little bit. And special tip, if you add some salt, you'll start drawing out some of the liquid. So you wanna get that going so you can go ahead and get some of those flavors into your stock. Fun tip for some of your unused vegetable parts, like this celery stem, some of these sweet potato nubs, and then also the tops of these carrots. They can all be reused. If you go ahead and put this in a little thing of water, just so that the bottom is submerged, it will eventually grow back again into some celery. Same with these carrots, they can be replanted if you cut off the tops and regrow the tops. There's some awesome YouTube videos on that. And then if you have any just vegetable scraps that you're not going to use, what you could do is you could cook it down into a vegetable stock, and you can go ahead and freeze that stock for later, and it'll be a really good base for future soups and for future stews. So, fun fact. Next, you're going to add your potatoes and your garlic. So now that you have all of your vegetables in the pot, your potatoes are going, you're going to go ahead and add 5 cups of water, your tomato paste, and your seasonings. Go ahead and bring all of that to a boil uncovered. Once it has that boiling going, you're going to go ahead and reduce the heat to medium-high and go ahead and cover it and cook that for about 25-30 minutes until the carrots and potatoes feel tender. You don't really want raw potatoes in your vegetable stew, that's for sure. So go ahead and cook that all on up. You can go ahead and put your rosemary in there as well before you cover it up. We are just waiting for this to come to a boil, but it is beautiful. Look at all of those veggies. You can see all of the seasonings floating up here. As it boils, everything will be married together, so don't worry about that too much. All right, so the 30 minutes are over. The carrots and the potatoes are all soft and ready to go. They're nice and tender, they're delicious. We're gonna go ahead and add the peas and the garbanzo beans. Cook for about 5 more minutes. Cook that down, and then we're on to our last step. Super easy, guys. And the peas are in, they're married to everything. Everything looks beautiful, ready to go. The last step is you're gonna take 2 cups of that stew, the broth and the vegetables. You're gonna go ahead and put it into a blender and blend it briefly, and then go ahead and stir the mixture back into the pot. That's just gonna thicken the stew a little bit more, and then you can go ahead and add the parsley. Then you're ready to serve. Enjoy. This is my little cat, Percy. She is a deaf Russian blue with a lot of attitude and a lot of opinions on a lot of things. Here to share her opinion on various different things, this is Percy Reacts to an Avocado. Percy reacts to an avocado. You like it? It's an avocado. Not amused. Thank you, Percy. I appreciate you so much. All right, it is time for some global news. So our global news comes all the way from Tokyo, Japan at the Sumida Aquarium. The Sumida Aquarium has over 10,000 different marine animals, over 400 species, but in particular, this news is about garden eels. So these garden eels are really small little creatures, and they were very used to having people come and look at them and observe them through glass, and like normal aquariums. However, with everything shut down right now, they're getting shyer and shyer. And so we went ahead and I looked up a couple of articles, and the aquarium is actually asking people to FaceTime in with these eels. So they have people interaction and they can see other humans every day, so they won't kind of regress into shyness, so that when we are able to go back to this aquarium, that we're able to see these eels actually interact with the people and are more lively and energetic. These eels are apparently a really big deal over there in Japan. People have had weddings in front of these eels. They attract so many people all over the world. And you can actually sign into this FaceTime with these eels. I believe time difference wise, it might be 7 p.m. for us here in the central time zone. And there's a couple of links I can attach to the thing. I'm pretty sure they're still doing it because on their website they still have the links up. However, I do not read Japanese, so don't know. We'll have to find out. I'll include the links below. If you all want to try it, record your reactions if you do actually end up FaceTiming with these eels. I would love to see them. I would love to share them. But that is our global news for the day. Our global news is eels. They're shy. They want to interact with people just like all of us, and they're ready to do some FaceTime hangs. So go ahead, call those eels. This just in, we have some breaking news from our community. Here for our guest correspondent, Lily, with our local good news. Lily, over to you.
Thank you, Seth. Hello, viewers. My name is Lily with the local good news. Local Dallas 10-year-old Izzy Martin, granddaughter of Mary Ann and Paul Fago, was diagnosed with osteosarcoma bone cancer in February. Izzy is a strong young person and has taken it upon herself to help other pediatric cancer patients and their families by creating a very special program. The Izzy Necklace is a special release item that helps support other families battling through pediatric cancer by donating 50% of the proceeds to these individuals. As of July 9th, 430 necklaces were sold, which is an incredible success. Not only does Izzy strive to help other families, she is also an advocate for the homeless community here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, donating her time and allowance to help better the lives of individuals experiencing homelessness. Again, this girl is 10 years old. We here at DSM are so blown away by Izzy's courage and kindness. You can follow Izzy's story in more detail on her blog, which is linked in the description below. Wow. Thank you, Izzy. It just goes to show that each and every one of you out there is capable of creating positive change in our community. Keep creating and keep smiling. Back to you, Seth.
Animals have such a unique take on the world. Here to share his joyous views with all of us is Sal, in a segment I like to call Salvador Doggy's Sweet Trivia. Indoor voice. Yeah? Tell me about it. Josh, what you feel? I'm so proud of my little boy. He has such amazing trivia for all of us today. I'm so glad we got to share that with you. All right, everyone, we've come to the end of this video. This episode has been amazing to do. It's so much fun. I hope we brought some smiles to your faces. Before we leave today, I wanted to end on a message that we've received from Serenity Sosa and their mother too. And since both of them reached out, I wanted to have my mom here also, just to lend some more support. So Serenity story, I'm going to read a little piece of it here. Serenity says, I suffer from an eating disorder, depression, anxiety, and I'm still working through it, but I'm getting stronger and mentally healthier every day so I can pursue my interest/career in musical theater. And we just wanted to let you know, Serenity, that you are not alone, and you have a really awesome support system with your mother and with the rest of the people within the theater community. Both myself and my mom also have depression and anxiety, and we live through it, and we take it day by day. And some days are harder than others, but the support system that we have with each other and with theater is strong and really helps get us through. Remember that you're not alone. You have somebody in your corner fighting for you. And if you need help with anything, remember that DSM is here. Send us an email. Let us know your story so we can share it with others, and so that others can know that they're also not alone. So if anyone else is out there and is going through anything that Serenity is going through, just know that you're not alone. So I hope this brought a smile to some of your faces. If you all made it to the end, congratulations. And I hope to see you in future episodes. All right, everyone. Bye.